Hello, this is Father Eric from the Shrine of Saint Anthony, and I am here to reflect with you on this second Sunday of Advent. Our Gospel is taken from Luke chapter 3, verses 1 to 6. And this is the part of the Gospel that really is interesting to me. It describes who John the Baptist was in the life of our Lord and what was his mission. It said here, a voice of one crying out in the desert, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight his paths. Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill shall be made low. The winding roads shall be made straight, and the rough ways made smooth. For all flesh shall see the salvation of God. I find this truly an interesting thing of describing how the Lord is coming to our lives. It's described in terms of making a highway. And when I think of highways, one of the most interesting highway for me was the mother of all highways in the U.S., Route 66, which originally connected Chicago to California. And one can just imagine all the efforts put to make that road truly accessible to people who would want to get from one point of destination to the other. The hard work of perhaps filling some of the roads with dirt so that it could not be so deep when people are passing through it, or even sometimes maybe cutting through some mountains so that the highway can be made straight and more direct to the point. And for me, this is one of the genius things now whenever new highways are built, of how we continue to even create tunnels that can go through mountains so that the direction becomes rather straight and unimpeded. On the second Sunday of Advent, this is a beautiful voice calling from the wilderness, telling us to make a highway for God. God is definitely ready to come and to meet us. And God is so excited to have that encounter with us. Guess what? The one who's truly making the highway is God. God is the one who is straightening the ways and filling the valleys and cutting down hills so that there will be a way for us to reach God. I think truly the message of John the Baptist is for us to make it easy for God to reach us. So I think the question we may want to reflect on this Sunday is to ask ourselves, how do we make it easy for God to find us, to make a highway straight to our hearts? What are those valleys that needs to be filled in our hearts, those things that are lacking in us that needs to be filled up so that there could be a highway? What are those hills and mountains that stand as an obstacle of us meeting God in our lives? Those are the things that need to be cut. What are the winding ways that divert us from getting a full attention to where God is directing us? Those winding ways needed to be straightened out. This second Sunday of Advent is a wonderful time to reflect once again how we can meet God, not in a complicated way, because the way of God is simple, rather a direct way. God is simple, and we don't need to complicate the way to find God. God is already ready to find us, to meet us. It's our job to be found. So I wish that this Sunday, we all will spend a bit more of a time to just allow God to meet us, to find us. And may this Advent bring us ever closer to the God whom we await on Christmas Day. God bless you from St. Anthony. Father Eric here. God bless you.